When's he gonna get here? It's been over an hour. It's about time. I was wondering when you'd... Huh?
Wakey, wakey.
What? Oh. What the hell?
Get up.
Where are we? What is this?
Shut your hole. Have a seat, Mr. Sands. I must say, I'm impressed by the amount of information you've been able to obtain on me, considering your limited resources and the number of days you've been working on this. It's quite an accomplishment. What do you want? Nothing I haven't already taken. Your tapes have been erased. Your notes have been incinerated. It amazes me that people seem to think a toilet tank is an original hiding place. It's even more amazing that you chose to write my biography without requesting an interview.
Well, I was trying to get some background material first.
Of course you were, Mr. Sands, of course. However, I cannot allow this book to be published.
What are you going to do?
You will be paid a kill fee. This project of yours is finished. But since you've gone to so much trouble, I thought you might at least like to know the answers to some of your questions. Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Did you kill your parents?
Had you known them, you would have applauded my actions. They were obnoxiously mediocre. They were pathetic. From the moment I could walk, I hated them. Their downfall was ever on my mind. Since we lived in a slum, I had access to all sorts of questionable types. My intellect and savvy impressed some of them. I gained their friendship. They even did me a few favors now and then. So I set up an insurance policy before my parents went away. The alterations to their car were simple enough, and the mechanic was more than happy to write that false report. Especially after my friends discussed it with him. Ah, those were the days of my reckless youth. I no longer involve myself with messy details. My current status makes it essential that I delegate such matters to others. Indeed, the loose ends you've uncovered are rather embarrassing. But thanks to you, they've been identified and can now be eliminated.
Those people I interviewed, you're not going to...
All physical evidence, like the insurance records, have been destroyed. As for the people, well, your friend Harry Jones was the only one who could compromise my deniability. This isn't to say that I'm totally unforgiving. Take Richard, for example. Richard and his friend Ed Kelly used to pick on me in grade school. My neighborhood acquaintances put a stop to that with a little non-verbal persuasion. Years later, I discovered that Rich and Ed had grown up to become felons. I offered them a new life, working for me. Richard wisely accepted, but Ed, foolish Edward Kelly, still bore a grudge after all those years. He spat in my face. "Ah, will you look at the time? I'm afraid I must leave you now. I have to be in my chalet in Aspen tonight."
Just one last question. Why? Why do you do these things?
Why? Life is short. I could have become like my parents, had I chosen to wallow in cheap emotion and self-loathing, as did they. Instead, I chose to become a god. I control human lives instead of being controlled. I can destroy someone with a phone call, which is why I cannot abide Superman. There is only room for one god on this planet. I am determined to bring him down at any cost. And I will. Using his friends to. My enemies will continue to fall before my vast corporate empire. For example, there was this company in Tokyo that was beginning to give me some serious competition. They had no idea what they were up against, or the technology I possessed to effect their demise. They know now. A god must be severe. This was an interesting chat, Mr. Sands, but I'm afraid your time is over. Goodbye. The hole's empty, Rich. Let's go.